Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Love on the Line Live. It's me, your favorite expert relationship coach. What's up? I'm April A. Carter, certified expert relationship coach. And tonight we're doing what we do every Thursday night. We go live. You're asking me, April A. Carter, love expert, all of your toughest relationship questions. So tonight we had to kind of make some reconciliations, if you will. Our guest that we had planned on for tonight, unfortunately, is not going to be able to make it, but that's okay because I'm here and I'm going to give you some amazing tips. Let me get myself together. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Put the girls away. You know, we can't be showing too much. You know, we want views, but we don't want them like that. All right. So can you guys hear me okay? Hopefully you can. Usually sometimes with all the technicalities and everything, we don't find out until the end, but we're going to make it do what it do. So tonight, since we don't have a guest, I'm not going to be on here long. I'm just going to make sure that I give you some of the relationship feedback and answers to a lot of the questions that I get when just coaching or just checking DMs or responding to emails. Some of the ladies, or even in my cohorts, I do have a program that's going to be happening on the 24th. It's called So Long Single. We're going to put that in the chat for you, and you guys can learn more about that. I'll go into that a little bit deeper towards the end of the show. So tonight, I'm going to be talking to you about what compatibility looks like, right? Because you hear that a lot. Compatible. What is this? You need to find somebody who is equally yoked to somebody compatible. Okay, wait, hold on. We have my girl checking in. We have Miss Cleary checking in. Let's see. Let's go to Miss Cleary. Hello, Miss Cleary. Thank you for being here. Future Mrs. Cleary. That's right, y'all. We getting rings and things. Love is not dead. I know y'all watching all of the relationship podcasts. I know you are looking at all of the social media content. I want you to know weddings are still happening. People in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s are still getting married. It's not too late. Love is something that never goes away. It's a feeling that never goes away. So I want to make sure that you don't just push it on the back burner, but that you embrace it, okay? Make sure to embrace it. Here we go. We got some of the links here. If you want to join us tonight and ask your questions, here is the link to join us. I'm going to try to get that pinned. Let's see if Jessica pin this in the comment, please. Go ahead and pin this, Jessica. Jessica's doing a great job. We also have some amazing opportunities for you to join us. And like I said, I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. So tonight is all about going to figure out who your match is based on compatibility. So I want to make sure you get your pen and paper out. Get your pen and paper out. We're going to do like a mini coaching section. Pen and paper out, coaching session. Let's begin. Let me put the link to the program. It's enroll.solongsingle.com so you could get really, really deep with reaching your relationship goals. So compatibility is super important. You know, when you first meet somebody, you're like, oh, girl, he looks so good. He is so fine. You start dating him, then you're like, I don't even like him like that. We really don't have that much in common, right? Now, one thing I do want you to understand, though, is that compatibility is not the same thing as commonality. Let me say that again. Compatibility is not the same thing as commonality, okay? So just because you have things in common doesn't always mean that you will be compatible with the person that you're dating. So when you are dating somebody and you're looking for love and commitment, not just entertainment, you want to look for somebody whose values, beliefs, and life goals align with yours. I'm going to say that again. We're going to put that in the chat. Values, beliefs, and life goals that align with yours. So it doesn't mean that you have to be identical, right? Because we all know sometimes the opposites attract, but they also can reframe you, can actually push you away as well. So I want to make sure that you know that just because you're compatible doesn't mean that you are going to like every single thing, or that he is going to do every single thing the same way as you, right? But it's important to know that the fundamental views that you guys have are, right on par, like family, finances, and of course, personal growth. You could have somebody that's doing their thing. You know what I'm talking about, right? But if his personal growth is like downhill or stagnant, that's not something you're going to want to build a foundation, somebody you're going to want to build a foundation with. Okay. So let's get into it. Number one, when you're dating for compatibility, is going to be communication. Communication. My ladies, y'all like, well, because he don't know how to communicate. He doesn't communicate. But I want to put the ball back in your corner, okay? Do you know how to communicate? Do you know how to express your feelings? Do you know how to express your wants without getting mad? Do you know how to express what you desire? Or do you subside that? You put it to the side to make sure his feelings are heard and yours are not. So when it comes to communication, healthy communication is definitely vital in relationships. So you have to choose someone who is openly and respectfully adhering to your thoughts, your feelings, and concerns. It's okay to disagree, but as long as they are disagreeing with respect, then that is going to help you with communication. So when you're able to communicate effectively, it's definitely going to help you navigate and the conflicts that you guys have, because regardless of if your relationship is all the way at a 10, there's still going to be some conflicts within your relationship. So when you communicate with purpose and poise, it's going to strengthen the bond between you. I want that bond to be like this, like nobody could get in between that. Okay, sometimes you bond with somebody, right? But the bond is like this. It's like you're still open a little bit. It's like a link that still has a crack in it. Like when you used to wear a chain, or your chain had those links, and then it's like a little piece that's still open a little bit, and sometimes it comes apart. I don't want that for you. I want your bond to be like a Cuban link, like those bike chains, like you can't get them apart. That's communication. That's going to be the first thing that you look for in compatibility. The next thing that you're going to look for when it comes to finding somebody that is compatible when you're dating is going to be the mutual respect. I can't say that enough. The respect. It's like Aretha, RESPECT. Some of y'all might not be old enough to know that song, but you gotta be respectful. RESPECT. It's about having that strong partnership. It's going to be built on mutual respect. Some of you ladies, I'm going to tell y'all right now, you're very disrespectful to your man or somebody that you're dating. You don't have to do that. Have you ever heard of the saying, you get more bees with honey than you do with vinegar? That means the sweeter you are, the sweeter your tongue is, the more susceptible you are to receiving his love and his understanding. So when you have that mutual respect that is built on trust and all those things that I mentioned previously based on communication, it's going to be up to you to have a partner who values your opinions. Okay, put that in the chat, Jessica. Values your opinions, values your boundaries, and your autonomy. Y'all ladies, y'all are some go-getters. You don't need somebody who's on the sideline telling you can't do this, or you doing too much, or you just want to be seen. You need somebody who is supportive. That person is going to have to treat you with kindness and consideration. Okay, all of this is super important when it's time to build a great relationship. Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because I don't want you to just have any Joe Schmo. That's easy. It's easy to get a man. I want you to have a man that loves you and trusts you, that you can build a legacy with. It's about that legacy kind of love in 2025 and beyond. We got to get back to the family unit. The family unit is the nucleus for the world. There's so much going on in this world today. You need your family unit. The first step to doing that is having a partner who understands your goals, your needs, and treats you with respect. Okay, so we went through 2 so far. The next thing that you're going to be looking for when it comes to compatibility is going to be emotional intelligence. Some of y'all get blinded by the D. You get blinded by the D. We can't get blinded by the D, right? So emotional intelligence is going to include a lot of different things. But the first thing is going to be self-awareness. You have to be self-aware. The partner that you're dating, is he self-aware of who he is as a man? Does he understand his flaws? Does he understand his strengths? Does he understand the way he communicates? All of those things is going to help you receive the type of compatible partner, that you're looking for. It's all about emotional intelligence. So empathy, is he empathetic? Are you empathetic? Do you understand what he goes through on a daily basis as a man in this world? If you're a black woman dating a black man, as a black man in this world, it's very difficult. So you need to have some empathy. Right now, I'm not saying don't let them off the hook too easily, girl. Okay, because they might just try to run all over you, but you still have to be empathetic. Okay, he and you both need to know how to regulate your emotions. That plays a crucial part in the success of your relationship. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all will be so proud of me. I used to be popping off. They be like, because your mouth, because your lip. I don't do that anymore. Not because I don't still want to pop off, but because I've learned how to communicate effectively, and I've learned that I am in control. When people don't know how to handle their emotions, they are not in control. They let other people control their emotions. So once I began to regulate my emotions and speak with grace and ease, my relationship got better. Because you can't have two people like this in a relationship, and you can't have one person always like this in a relationship. It's like when water at the beach keeps hitting the rocks. What happens after time? It may take years, it may even take centuries, but that ends up corroding. It corrodes the rocks. Okay. So I want to make sure that you understand your emotional intelligence and his. Pick somebody who is emotionally intelligent as well. So we got communication, we got mutual respect, and we have emotional intelligence. I'm going to take a quick break right here to make sure you guys are liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I want to make sure that, we want to put this over here. Make sure you are taking these notes, values, your opinions, and your autonomies. Thank you so much, Miss Jessica. Go ahead. We got that. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. This is free game right here. People in my program paid thousands of dollars for me to coach them. It may seem like a lot of money, but you're not paying for, me having a conversation with you. You are paying for the results that you get after the program. Okay, so if you want to learn more about how you can work with me and get these results fast, you need to go to enroll.solongsingle.com. Enroll.solongsingle.com. The course is starting on June the 24th, and it's a 6-week acceleration course that you can actually jump in now. If you register now, you'll receive a lot of bonuses. Just go to the website to learn more. So those are some of the things that we've gone through so far. The next thing that I want you to do, I want to make sure that when you are dating for compatibility, that your trust and loyalty are in line. It's going to form the foundation. You have been burnt before. You don't trust like that. Your heart is hurting, right? So what do? You spill that on into other relationships. But trust, my dear, forms the foundation of any healthy relationship. You know that. Even though you know all of that, you don't put yourself in a position to actually receive that. So you have to choose a partner who is trustworthy, honest, and reliable. I know you want to, but you just don't know how to pick them. Your picker is off. So make sure you are doing that. When you join the So Long Single program, all of that will be laid out for you. I'll tell you exactly how to do that. Enroll.solongsingle.com for the deets. Now, loyalty and commitment, yes, they are essential qualities that you need to look for in a partner, but more importantly, you have to make sure that you are good. You have to make sure that you have done the work, that you are doing the work, that you are opening yourself up to change, to the possibility of a new behavior. Otherwise, you're going to keep getting the same results with a different man, which is going to end up being those same results are still single back on the dating scene. Okay. If you are in a relationship, if you are in a happily married union, you still want to make sure that you are utilizing some of these tips. All right. So that was trust and loyalty. The next thing to finding a compatible companion, and we only have a few more. The next thing is going to be supportive nature. Are you a supportive partner? Are you pumping your man up, hyping him up? Are you telling him great job? I know it sounds stupid, right? I know you're like, he's not a kid. No, he's not a kid, but we all need that encouragement. Imagine how much further you can be in your life if you just had somebody saying, you could do it, you got this, who's in your ear every night. You ever heard of the saying, he has your ear? That person has their ear. That means whoever you are closest to, they are either pouring into you or taking out of you. So with the supportive partner, the world is your oyster, and vice versa. A supportive partner will be able to encourage you to pursue your goals, to overcome your challenges, and be the best version of yourself and you for them. Do not underestimate the power of a supportive partner. So when you're looking for somebody, right, I want to make sure that you are seeking someone who genuinely cares about your well-being and is willing to support you through thick and thin, the good times and the bad. Now, let me stop right here for a minute and let's talk about this prosperity podcasting or coaching or social media that I see, right? It's nothing wrong with prosperity, receiving a man of value, not of value, because, most people have value, but somebody that is rich, somebody that is paying your bills, somebody that is doing all it. Girl, that's not always the key. That's not always the key, because a lot of times some of these dudes with the money, they lack a lot of these strengths and traits that I just mentioned. They lack that. So knowing the type of woman that you are, you have to pick and choose between that person and what you want. You could have a man who is rich, who has zero compatibility with you, is not supportive, who is always wanting you to be in the house, who's always don't want you to live your best life or reach your dreams, who is not a good communicator, all of those things. Or you could have somebody who is a 9-to-5er making a little bit less than $100K a year, but he is giving you everything. And guess what? When you nurture that soil, he's going to make it to his destination of being that high income earner that you desire. Let's look at what's going on right now with the Diddy trial. He has the money. And look at what those girls are doing. Look what they have been forced to do. I'm not going to say forced, right? But when you love the money more than you love yourself, more than you love the outcome, more than you love the possibility of what can happen if I exit this situation, then you're going to fall for that every time. All money ain't good money. Y'all, I know y'all heard that before. So make sure that when you are dating, that you're not just looking for somebody with the bag. The bag is easy. You the woman with the bag now. You got the bag. So don't focus on the wrong things that will not bring you long-term love, okay? Remember, this is for a legacy. This is your legacy love right here. I want to make sure you are doing all of the things that you can do to create the life that you deserve. So Diamond says, yes, I met a couple today that was 70-year-old newlyweds. Exactly. You see, people are still getting married. Thank you for sharing that. That's a good little segment or comment. Why did I say segue? I don't know. All right. So we got values, beliefs, and life goals. We're just putting everything on the screen so you guys can see it. Putting everything on the screen, kindness and consideration, everything on the screen so you can see it. Okay. Do you guys have any questions before I go any further? Any questions? We're down to the last two when you're dating for compatibility. Any questions that I can answer for you? If you want to be a guest on tonight's show, make sure that you are going to the link. The link is right here. Click the link. It is also in the chat. It's a storm watch over here, guys. The link is also in the chat. So now let's go. We're going to finish wrapping this up. We're going to finish strong, and then I'll take any questions. The next thing we're going to talk about is compatibility in lifestyle and habits. That's super important. So we know opposites can attract. I kind of talked about this a little bit earlier today, right? But having someone with common ground and lifestyle preferences and habits can definitely help you have a smoother relationship. So back in the day, I used to have this friend, right? And she was so funny. That was my boo. But one of the things she used to say, she was like, because you can't have two different people. She talked fast. She used to say, you can't have people you can't be in a relationship with somebody that does two different things. You can't be, if you smoke crack, he got to smoke crack. I was like, what? She was like, if you smoke weed, then he got to smoke weed. Now, I know what she was getting at because wasn't nobody smoking no crack, right? But I know exactly what she was saying. You can't have people that are not on the same page as you in relationships. It's just not going to work. Okay, so I want to make sure that when you are dating for compatibility with lifestyle choices and habits, make sure that your hobbies and daily routines are in line, are in sync. Because, girl, let me tell you something. That is so hard when you are changing your life and you're climbing and you're doing things differently. You have a different mindset, but you're all in love with this person and he just could care less. He doesn't even want to make up the bed. He doesn't care about eating healthy and you on this weight loss journey. He's eating all of the fast food and the bad things. It's not worth it. It's going to bring you down. And that's what happens in relationships. You will either rise to the occasion or the level of your mate, or you would fall down to his level if he's down here. Okay. So I want to make sure that you guys are equally yoked and compatible. The last thing, last but not least, is growth and development. You have to choose a partner who inspires you to grow and develops personally, professionally, emotionally, financially, and spiritually. Come on, y'all. Come on. You know how many women go to church, but their man is not with them? No. Your man should be the head of your household in all of those areas, okay? Especially spiritually. So if you are in a healthy relationship, you should encourage personal growth and self-improvement. And your man should be speaking life into you as well. Again, it's not all about the bad. We've had men that have had a lot of money, that have showered us with gifts, showered us with the finest clothes, the finest fabrics, the best trips, the best vacations. And guess what? We're not with them today. Okay? Because that's not what it's all about. That's not what it's all about. Okay? I want to make sure that you are living your best love life with purpose and precision. If you have any questions, type them in the chat. Let's go. Let's answer these last few questions. We have about a few more minutes left. We got a few more minutes left. So make sure that you are getting all of your questions answered because, again, this is a course that I usually charge for. My course is $5,000. It's $5,000. Right now, there is an advanced enrollment, I'll say gift. Advanced enrollment gift is only $37.50. And that's if you register by Friday. Okay? And that is, well, excuse me, I said by Sunday. My bad, I'm looking at the wrong calendar. So if you register within the next few days, you'll be able to get the early advance gift. And that is a percentage off of the value of $5,000. You're not paying for the course. You're paying for the results. Think about how long you've been single. Think about how long you've been wanting true love and companionship. Think about online dating and how it is draining. Think about how you keep going to weddings by yourself with no guest, no date to chaperone you. Think about how you spending your nights alone when you're lonely at home, especially during the winter. Think about when you coming home from those girls trips and you're living your best life, but you come home to an empty house and there is nobody there to greet you. Nobody there to ask you how your day was. Your kids don't count. Okay? Your kids, your friends, your family, they cannot fill that void in your heart that you have for companionship. It's something that you long for. I want you to go to enroll.solongsingle.com to get all of the juicy details. When you enroll, one of the gifts that you'll receive is Snatch to Match. We're going to help you get your body together with a certified fitness coach. This coach is an award-winning coach. She doesn't just do this for fun. She does this for healthy lifestyle reasons. She has lost a mom to an illness that many of us, not many of us, but many Americans, when I say that, many Americans or even in the world face and have suffered from, which is heart disease. So it's not just all about, having that BBL body or the hourglass figure. It's about knowing that your health is your wealth. All of this is waiting for you inside of the So Long Single program. Let me make sure I get that on the screen again. We're going to put that in enroll.solongsingle.com to get all of the details. We have an amazing opportunity for you, ladies. It's your time. Love is on the line. It's time to build your legacy love. You don't want to be 80 years old, 60 years old, 70 years old with regrets, worrying about how you should have spent the $5,000 on something that could have changed your life forever. When you're doing the math on that, I want you to divide the number, the $5,000 number, between the amount of years that you've been single. Okay? Divided by the month. So take the year. So let's say you've been single for 5 years and times that by 12 months. And then divide that by the $5,000. Is it worth it to you? We have available payment plans for you as well. We have different offers and opportunities because we don't want to leave you behind. I don't do this for me. I do it for you. I'm happily married. I've been married for over 15 years, and I began this journey as a relationship coach because I want women to see how amazing and how beneficial your love life can be after being on the relationship roller coaster. It's not all bad. Remove all the negative content that you see. Unfollow some of those podcasts. Unfollow a lot of these people that are telling you just to date for money. It's not real and it's not sustainable. Money is good, but true love is even better. I'm April A. Carter, your certified expert relationship coach, and I'll see you on the other side. Thanks for joining. Bye.